Hi everyone. Do you like to pass your Certified Ethical Hacker version 13 with AI on your first attempt? Here's your ultimate guide. There are so many requests from me asking what are the new areas to look at when it comes to Certified Ethical Hacker version 13 examination. EC Council has recently released Certified Ethical Hacker version 13 exam, 13 version, that many people were interested in taking it, and there are a couple of batches that we have done so far, and everybody is asking what are the changes in new exam structure. So I thought of giving you some tips, guide, and also tricks and a strategy how to prepare for your Certified Ethical Hacker version 13 exam. As a certified EC Council certified instructor for last over 12 years, I started my post delivery for Certified Ethical Hacker program when it was in version 7. So typically EC Council is releasing a newer version every 2 to 3 years. So the latest version is version 13. So pretty much I was teaching EC Council Certified Ethical Hacker program from version 7 to 13, pretty much 6 versions, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 and 13, 7 versions as of now. I would like to take you through some of the important areas where you can concentrate and crack Certified Ethical Hacker version 13 with AI on your first attempt. I'm Kushantha Gunawardana, and as I said earlier, working as a EC Council instructor for last 12 years, and also I'm a Microsoft certified trainer and delivering training all over the world, over 25 countries as of now, and still continue to conduct training on multiple verticals, including Certified Ethical Hacker. And also I teach Certified Network Defender, Computer Hacking Forensic Investigator, Certified Penetration Tester, and various other certifications that are offered by EC Council. Let's begin. First, we need to understand what are the main areas that you should be looking at when it comes to preparing Certified Ethical Hacker version 13, right? And one area is you need to have strategic approach to tackle challenging questions. So you will be facing 125 questions on your exam. So then there are certain questions that are pretty straightforward, but some are challenging. And also we need to have kind of practical understanding, even though these questions are offered as multiple choice questions. We need to have practical approach because Certified Ethical Hacker program is expected to have practical knowledge as well. So typically Certified Ethical Hacker version 13, your exam will be multiple choice question, but there is another version called Certified Ethical Hacker Master, which is a practical exam. But even though you're taking MCQ questions, or the default version, but still they expected you to have certain practical knowledge as well. And for that, we need to have a smart preparation before you take your exam. The next thing is why Certified Ethical Hacker version 13 matters. One is it's a globally certified or globally recognized industry standard ethical hacking certification, because most of the certificates today's world are focusing on mainly conceptual understanding, fundamental knowledge. But when you're working on a real environment, real industry, everyone needs to have hands-on experience. So this is one of the leading examinations which gives you hands-on knowledge. So there are a few other certificates as well, but this is a leading globally recognized certificates that would endorse your knowledge in practical aspects. The next thing is, for the first time, EC Council is introducing AI enhanced version. Previous versions, like the previous version is version 12, it did not have AI enhanced version. AI enhance any labs or practicals or any concepts. But in Certified Ethical Hacker version 13, there are various areas. Typically, we cover 20 modules in Certified Ethical Hacker version 13, and every module they enhanced the conceptual and also the practical areas with AI. And this is career essential, trusted by various employees across security domains and various companies, leading organizations around the world recognize this as a career essential. The next important area to understand is who should take version 13 rather. So any person, any individual who are working on cybersecurity arena should have this examination under their belt. Some of the areas are security analysts, enhanced threat detection capabilities. For them, having certified ethical hacker program will give them higher recognition. And also penetration testers. So ethical hackers or penetration testers, so they can validate ethical hacking expertise with Certified Ethical Hacker version 13, because most of the tools that we use today can be enhanced with AI capabilities. So in Certified Ethical Hacker version 13 program, we use a Shell GPT, which is something similar to ChatGPT, generative AI, but it's kind of a enhanced version for cybersecurity tools, especially tiger boxes that we use, something like Kali Linux or Parrot Security. So these are the versions that we use to conduct penetration testing exercises. So then this will give a really good understanding for penetration testers that will enhance their capabilities, and also using AI would enhance the accuracy, and also using various tools will be really easy with AI capabilities. Not only them, but also AI administrators, they can transition into cybersecurity roles when they take Certified Ethical Hacker version 13 examination. And also, if anyone who's planning to change their career, establish cybersecurity credentials, this will be really useful, right? So they can start their career, or they can transition their career to cybersecurity with Certified Ethical Hacker program. In my experience, I have trained lawyers, doctors, and service personnel like police, military, so various fields. So everyone understood this is really useful to enhance their expertise and also hands-on experience on various cybersecurity capabilities. So if you look at the exam, you are typically expected to have 125 multiple choice questions. As I said, there are two versions of the exam. Typically, you would get a multiple choice questions version, and there is another version that you can get Certified Ethical Hacker Master credentials. Once you do it, that is completely practical program. But if you take Certified Ethical Hacker program, by default it would be multiple choice questions version. But if you would like to take, or if your organization would want to certify in practical aspects, you can take a Certified Ethical Hacker Master. And also, in my experience, there are many of my students who cracked multiple choice questions version with higher rates. Some scored like 99%, 98%. Then Easy Council offered them discounted or free vouchers to take a Certified Ethical Hacker Master program. So that is one of the areas that you can look at. If you score higher scores in multiple choice questions, Easy Council will offer you a discounted rate for a master's program. And also, this examination runs through 4 hours. The duration is 4 hours, so nearly 2 minutes per each questions. And each question will not carry the same weight. So then passing score would be 60 to 85%, varies based on question difficulty. So difficult questions would give you more marks, and also if you are taking version 13 for the first time, you need to concentrate on AI, cloud, IoT, and security emphasized areas, new focus areas. Because if you look at 20 modules that we are looking at, the previous versions were treated these areas as a introductory modules. So then previous versions, if you analyzed the questions, there were not much questions from those areas, especially IoT and OT, and also cloud security, and also AI was not there anyway. So those areas were not offering, I mean, they were not using those areas to give you questions. But on the version 13, we can expect more questions from, comparatively more questions from AI, cloud, IoT areas. And mainly what you need to do is you need to understand the blueprint of EC Council Certified Ethical Hacker version 13. So that can be done by downloading official blueprint from EC Council official website. Then you would know what to expect from your exam. Then you can go through it, and also you can go through the brochure. Then you will know what are the exact areas that should be covered by or during your Certified Ethical Hacker version 13 training, right? So the trainers, so usually EC Council Certified Ethical Hacker program must be conducted by certified EC Council instructor, and the institution must be accredited institute from EC Council, and they should be covering these areas. But for safe side, if they haven't, you should know what to expect on your Certified Ethical Hacker version 13 exam. And then you need to track domain progress. You can break down topics and monitor your learning. As I said, there are 20 modules under Certified Ethical Hacker version 13. So starting off with introduction to ethical hacking, and then information gathering, and likewise there were 20 modules. Then you can track down your learning into small areas if you track down into topics and smaller units and segments. And then again, I would suggest you to focus on AI components mainly. You need to study AI attack vectors and defensive measures that you would be learning during Certified Ethical Hacker program. And then you can practice scenario questions more. You need to focus on realistic and practical applications on each module. So it's a good thing to learn or study the summary, right? Start your study from the summary, because every module EC Council is offering you summary page. It's a single page document or single page in your EC Council course curriculum. You can go ahead and see what are the areas that they highlight in the summary, and then you can go through EC Council official courseware to understand the concepts, fundamentals, and also scenarios to practice for your exam. The next important thing is you need to have study plan and resources. So if any accredited training center is offering EC Council certification, they would offer you, or they would provide you EC Council electronic courseware. That should be official one offered by EC Council. So typically you can online log into your Aspen account and access your courseware. You can go through it and you can understand the concepts and also the fundamentals, and also the information within the courseware, right? And your trainer during the EC Council Certified Ethical Hacker program will be highlighting some areas to look at and refer the resources to learn more, right? And also EC Council would provide you some additional reading as well in your course materials. You can go through them as well, but you need to have a study plan and a goal when you are going to take your exam. So typically EC Council course materials comes with exam voucher, right? So then once you provide your evaluation after the course, you should be receiving your exam voucher to take your exam. And you don't have to purchase separately because it's a part of your EC Council pack. And then you can schedule your exam whenever you're convenient, whenever you're comfortable. I would prefer to schedule your exam 3 months ahead when you start your studying, and then you would know you should be ready to take your exam in next 3 months. All right, so then you can have a study plan accordingly that you can complete your studies and evaluation, and also you can go through sample questions within this time. Then you should be ready by 3 months. 3 months is more than enough for you to prepare for the exam. And then if you don't set up a goal ahead, you will keep on postponing. And I have some of my students who are postponing until the post exam voucher is expired, right? So once exam voucher is expired, you will not be able to take your exam. And most of the versions, so typically Certified Ethical Hacker version 13 has multiple versions. For example, light version and pro and elite version. So light version usually gives you one attempt, whereas elite version would offer you multiple attempts. But typically, if you prepare yourself properly, one attempt is enough to crack your Certified Ethical Hacker version 13 with AI exam. And also another area to look at is CyberQI labs. So Certified Ethical Hacker version 13 elite version comes with CyberQI labs, which means you can do your labs. So every module, so most of the modules of Certified Ethical Hacker version 13 program comes with practical labs, except for a first module, which is Introduction to Ethical Hacking. So after second module, every module would have practical labs. So it's very much essential to practice on your CyberQI labs platform. So you can have access to up to 6 months. So you can try out again and again every single lab on your CyberQI labs. So I would recommend you to practice a couple of times every lab, so then you can get a sense of practical aspects, and also you are ready to take your exam, especially some of the practicals like Nmap scanning. So then you would know how to scan and what are the syntaxes and what are the commands that you should understand when you're taking your exam. And also there are official practical tests out there, so you can take them and be prepared for the exam as well. And also there are supplementary resources that I would recommend. One is Hack the Box beginner parts that you can use. Some are free, and try Hack Me CEH labs that you can try out multiple labs before you take your exam. And also there are some of the guides like Matt Walker's all-in-one guide, which is not up to date, but you can understand concepts if you go through these materials. And there are some free options as well. There are YouTube tools and demonstrations out there, but having said that, I would also not recommend to follow each and every YouTube channel, because some of the YouTube channels provide you inaccurate information. So then mindful when you're subscribing or following any YouTube study material, and some are not relevant or some are not within the scope of Certified Ethical Hacker program. So then you can use GitHub cheat sheets and also online forums and communities, which will give you better understanding. So I'm planning to provide you more information in my next couple of videos about Certified Ethical Hacker program. So this video is actually done as per request by many of my students to highlight, because it's not very easy for me to provide one-to-one information for each and every student. So that's the reason I made this video. So then you can go through it and understand basic stuff, but I will give you more information in my next couple of videos. And I would like to give you 5 tips to crack the exam. The first one is to practice key tools, something like Nmap. So if you take Nmap, there are multiple scanning techniques out there, and also scripting support is there. So try out Nmap, not just GUI version, but also the command line version on your Parrot security box. Try out each and every scanning and multiple switches. For example, how to scan with verbal scan, scene scan, and also when you know that the host is alive, what is the scanning techniques, how to scan range of ports, and how to scan entire IP range with Nmap, and so on and so forth. So it will be really useful to try out command line tool. Then you will memorize the syntaxes quite easily. And the next one is Burp Suite. Burp Suite is an application proxy that we use in multiple modules to understand the concept of Burp Suite and try to see what are the information that you can tamper with within the Burp Suite, and so on. And then Wireshark is another important tool. Importantly, all these 3 tools are free tools. And Burp Suite has paid version, but free version is good enough for Certified Ethical Hacker program. And when it comes to Wireshark, try out the main options of Wireshark, how to sniff traffic using Wireshark, and how to analyze traffic using Wireshark, and what are the filters that you can use during the capture, and also the filtering live, right? So those areas are important, and if you'd like, I can provide you some cheat sheets on Wireshark. So if you can comment, I can provide you the information about those. And the next thing is memorize command options. You need to know the switches, ports, and CLI command line fundamentals when it comes to some of the tools. So Easy Council will not ask information about each and every tools, because there are so many tools that we are talking about during Certified Ethical Hacker version 13 program. But understand couple of important tools. For example, Nmap, Burp Suite, and Wireshark is very important. And also you need to have a knowledge of ports, TCP/IP stack, and a 3-way handshake, for example. So those are important areas to understand, basic stuff, but having knowledge on those areas will definitely give you better chances. The next one is master the question logic, right? So you need to understand the most and least answer patterns. For example, you need to have kind of a strategy to eliminate some of the answers. As I said, it's multiple choice questions, so you will have 4 questions, and if you even don't know the exact answer, by eliminating incorrect answers, you can find out the correct answer, right? So that is another method. So I will do another video to give you understanding of how to tackle those MCQ questions especially. So first thing is to read the questions and understand what they want to know. And also you can understand certain areas you can eliminate, because those are some of the additional information that they are trying to provide, but you can highlight what they are looking after by understanding what is the real question. As I said before, typically you will have about 2 minutes to read and answer to questions. So some are very easy and some are straightforward, but some you need to read through a huge paragraph to understand the question. So in that case, don't read entire paragraph, but straight away understand what is their question is. Probably the last paragraph will have the question, and then read only the important areas, and then try to eliminate incorrect or not suitable answers, and then by doing so you can find out the correct answer. And the next thing is tool applications. When you need to understand when and why to use each tool. For an example, why we should be using Nmap. So Nmap is a network scanner. So Nmap primary usage is to understand open ports or running services of the target and pretty much scanning the network to find out information. And Wireshark is protocol analyzer. It is there to analyze the traffic and understand what are the protocols that are being used and what are the IPs that are utilized. So that is why Wireshark is being used. That's the reason I ask you to practice more on your practical labs, so then you will get the hang of it and then you will be more comfortable when answering those questions. The next one is, fifth tip is study AI threats. Focus on new AI powered attack vectors, especially using Shell GPT and writing script, and using Shell GPT to use another tool and write Shell GPT commands or Shell GPT generative AI to use it to use another hacker tool or ethical hacking set of tools that we are using more proficiently, and also get the output and save it on a text file, for example, because when it comes to penetration testing and ethical hacking, it is very it is essential to develop a report, right? So for that we need information. So we can use generative AI or ChatGPT AI backed AI tools like Shell GPT to provide natural language commands to get something done and save it in a text format. So then later we can use them to our assessments. And the last but not least, I would like to talk about test taking strategy, right? So then when it comes to the test, once you schedule it, you can usually utilize remote proctoring service, also known as RPS. Most of the versions of certified ethical hacker program will come that as a part of the package. If not, you need to purchase additionally RPS service. So whatever the ways, that is a service that you can take the exam of your home, from your home, of the luxury of your home. So you don't have to go any exam centers. So you can schedule the exam and then remote proctor will be proctoring you online and then monitoring you, your movements and everything. So then it's easier for you to take the exam. Number one, test taking strategy: skip and review. Flag complex scenario for later review, right? Otherwise you will be spending more and more time understanding complex question, whereas there can be dozens of easily crackable low-hanging fruits or easily answerable questions that you can utilize more. So just skip and review. You can flag on your exam and then you can take them later. So you can just tick review and then you can go to the next question, right? So nothing stopping you coming back and answering it later. The next one is eliminate wrong answers. As I said earlier, narrow options through logical analysis. I will do a separate video to show you how to do that in practical scenarios. So you can eliminate inaccurate questions or unsuitable questions, and then you can select, or you will leave only the correct answer. It's another way. So even you don't know exactly the answer for the specific question, by eliminating incorrect questions, you can find out what is the correct question. The next one is pace yourself. Allocate 2 minutes per question maximum, not more than that. If you feel like it is taking more time than expected or 2 minutes, just leave it as a review question and you can come back later whenever you have time. And also, apply knowledge is very important. Focus on practical understanding over memorization, because you can't memorize each and everything. And also sometimes some people use incorrect ways, as trying to memorize some answers from question banks. That is not going to work this time, because AI version or certified ethical hacker version 13 AI has released very recently. and there were no questions that you can find, you can practice. That is fine, right? So you can practice previous or older questions, past questions from Certified Ethical Hacker previous programs, but don't memorize them. That is not take you anywhere, right? Focus on practical understanding over memorization. So I always ask my students not to memorize the questions and answers, because here we want you to have proper understanding, knowledge, not just memorizing everything like parrots, because this is a very practical area where you must have practical knowledge. Last but not least, this is your weekly prep routine. Daily theory, you need to spend 1 or 2 hours each day. That will give you really good understanding as you go on. After first month, you will understand, oh, I know most of the stuff on my syllabus. And then weekly labs, hands-on practice with security tools weekly. So even if possible, if you can spend some time daily, will be great. And then regular mock exam will be another area to practice. So test yourself every 4-5 days. For that you can use, there are so many free resources out there with past questions and answers for past certified ethical hacker versions, and then from them you can practice more. And also there are a couple of few free offerings where you can find some sample questions for certified ethical hacker version 13 AI as well. Not many, but that also gives you really good understanding to test yourself. But if you made any mistake, you can also go back and study more. And last but not least, flashcard review. You need to memorize key concepts and commands, right? So there are certain things that you need to memorize as well. What I previously said was, don't memorize questions and answers. That is not taking you anywhere, but memorizing key concepts and commands are really useful. So this gives you understanding of how to crack Certified Ethical Hacker version 13 for the first time, and then from your first attempt you can clear it according to my understanding. So I'm planning to offer you a couple of other videos to give you more specific understanding on each and every module as we go on. So if you have any questions, please comment below. That will give me kind of understanding of what are the information that you're after, and then I can provide you appropriate information. Thank you very much for viewing, and hope to see you in my next video. Thanks.